Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be another video in the series of the things that narcissists say, and this is going to be when a narcissist comes at you with "you have trust issues." And more often than not, when you are around those with lying issues, you are going to develop trust issues. Whether you had those trust issues before you entered the relationship or the friendship, or whether you develop those trust issues around that person. When you are around people who lie to you, who cheat on you, who create feelings of jealousy, who provoke feelings of insecurity within you, you're going to develop those trust issues. And when it comes to narcissistic people, they will create that competition between two people to gain the attention that they believe they're entitled to. Narcissistic people exploit people to meet a need of their own. So if they can triangulate and play two people off against each other to gain that attention, to get people to work harder to please the narcissist is feeding on that supply of attention that they're getting from you. So when you're around somebody that's doing this to you, you're going to start having those trust issues. However, a narcissist doesn't want to be honest about what they are doing to you. Therefore, if you go and speak to them about it, they're just going to turn around and claim that you're the problem and that you're the one with trust issues. What we have to recognise is when we have these insecurities, when we have these feelings of insecurity, when we feel like we cannot trust somebody, or when we go and speak to that person, when they come at us and say we have trust issues, we need to actually believe that person. Yes, they are trying to gaslight us. They are trying to blame us for our trust issues so that it plants that seed of self-doubt within our mind. So we have that little bit of reasonable doubt within us that perhaps they're not actually doing anything wrong. Perhaps there isn't actually anything wrong with their behaviour. Perhaps that's just who they are and they're not doing it with any malice intent, because they've informed us that we've got trust issues. So we start to question our trust issues and not their behaviour. A narcissist saying that you have trust issues is often projection of themselves, because more often than not they are the ones who are very untrustworthy people. So many kind of think that other people think or work how they do, because they're untrustworthy people, because they're willing to lie, because they're willing to cheat. They believe that other people are willing to lie and cheat. Whereas more often than not, because you're coming from a place with loyalty and morals and respect, and yes, we all make mistakes in life, but because as a whole you don't genuinely think like that, you don't believe that they would think like that. You build up that bond with them, you build up that connection with them. They future fake with you, they mirror you, they sell you that illusion of who they are. So when they show you who they can also be, your mind is focusing on that person who sold you the illusion of who they claim themselves to be. So when they say you have trust issues, that little bit of doubt reinforces within your mind that perhaps it's your trust issues, especially if you have issues from past relationships. It creates those seeds of self-doubt within your mind that perhaps it is your trust issues that are causing the problems within the relationship, to distract you from the fact that it's their lying, it's their cheating that is causing the problems within the relationship. Trust issues don't just develop from having partners cheating on you. It's having partners cheating you out of things, cheating you out of promises and dreams, cheating you out of your career, making life as difficult as possible to you. It's having friends and family members lying to you and then claiming that you're the one with the problem that creates those trust issues within yourself. Again, when someone comes at you and says you have trust issues, believe them. You have trust issues around them. So don't start questioning whether your trust issues are the problem. Question whether their behaviour is creating those trust issues within you. Take a step back, reflect on what's actually happening. If someone is willing to communicate with you, if someone is willing to say, I didn't realise that would affect you in that way. If they're a flirtatious person, I'm a flirty person, but I wouldn't do anything to you. And if they've got a history where they haven't done anything to someone, they are just a flirtatious person. If they're willing to reassure you that everything is okay and there's no history with that person, then yes, it might be your insecurities that you might need to work on. However, you'd be able to work on them far easier when you go to approach someone and say, oh, I feel a little bit uncomfortable about this, and they have a conversation with you, they communicate with you. You know from their past that they're a genuine person. You're going to feel reassured. You're not going to feel insecure. You're going to feel comfortable. You're going to feel confident that you can go and talk to that person. They're not going to plant seeds of self-doubt within you. They're going to take that self-doubt and help you create the confidence within yourself and within them. Now, when you're with somebody that has a history of lying to people, a history of cheating on people, and you go to speak to them about something and they come at you with, you have trust issues, they're an untrustworthy person that is only ever going to make you feel worse. They're only going to shame you. They're only going to blame you. They're going to criticize you. They're going to judge you. They're going to fill you full of that self-doubt, so you no longer know who you are as a person, and they can continue exploiting who you are as a person. They can continue exploiting your forgiveness, your kindness, your willing to look at different perceptions. Narcissists say you have trust issues because they enjoy planting those seeds of self-doubt within your mind. And when you question them about it, they want to create that fear within you that you're the problem and that you might lose them, so that they can get away with their behaviour, so they don't have to be held accountable for their behaviour, so there's no consequences for their actions, because they're laying the blame for their behaviour at your door. A narcissist wants to convince you that it's not their deception that is the problem. It's your reaction to their deception that's the problem. When without their deception, you wouldn't be having that reaction to their problem. And it is their problem. They have a problem. They want to exploit people. They want to hurt people. They want to use people. They want to take advantage of people. And they want to blame the other people that they've taken advantage of as being the problem, rather than recognizing within themselves that they are creating them problems. Instead, they will set the environment, create the problem, to blame you for the things that they are doing to you. A narcissist gains that sense of power, that sense of control, that they can play people off against each other, that they can use people's emotions against them so that they can remain in control of that person. It is emotional manipulation. It's manipulating your instincts to no longer trust within yourself. When it comes to having trust issues, we can have things that have happened in our past, so we can fear opening up to people. However, people with nothing to hide have no problem in being honest with you and being respectful of your feelings. Narcissistic people who have everything to hide, everything feels like a cross-examination to them, everything feels like an interrogation to them. So they're going to rage at you or fall silent on you or gaslight you, blame you, project out on you, stonewall you. They are going to do all they can to take the topic of conversation away from them and onto you. They're going to deflect, they're going to deny, and they're going to lie all the more to get out of the things that they are doing to you, to escape any consequences of the things that they are doing to you. When someone claims that you have trust issues, it's a big red flag that it's time to step away from that person, reevaluate your relationship with that person, and start listening to your own instincts. Start listening to who you are as a person and the things that you would like out of life. It is very difficult from all their conditioning of your emotions and of your mind to step away. But when you're made to feel uncomfortable around those that you should feel comfortable with, it's time to get uncomfortable by stepping away from them. The pain in staying is permanent. It'll forever come back around. The pain in leaving is temporary. It's hard, it hits, it's painful. However, you can progress, you can move forward, and you can begin to learn to leave that in the past, to move on to your future, to use your present to create what you would like out of your life. If anyone has any thoughts on the video, please do add those into the comments. I shall add the video I did last year on how narcissistic people steal your trust to give you more information on that. I am currently full for one-to-one coaching. I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the description. I do have a few online courses available which are a step-by-step guide to give you more understanding of the things you've been through and how to handle narcissistic people, how to overcome narcissistic abuse. I shall also link those into the description. Thank you very much for listening. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.